Hey, man. Hey. Welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel. What's going on here? Hello? Hold on. Something's not right. What's the problem here? I'm streaming, but I think I'm having a microphone issue. What in the world? Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening right now. Just 1 second. Just 1 second, let me see something here. Hello? Okay. Very odd. We're trying to do a live stream, but I don't know if it's I don't know if this is even happening right now. Oh boy. Gotta love technical horse shit, don't ya? Let me just see. Let me see for a sec. Alright, well, I just pulled it up here on my phone. It sounds like everything's kosher. The monitor here on my computer in my OBS software, the audio seems out of sync. You know how you can look at a little meter and it shows you what your audio is doing as you're talking into a mic? If you've ever seen that before, you'll have like a little bar and it shows you like green, yellow, and red. You know? So you can kind of see where your levels are, and you can see the movement as you speak, and it's supposed to match up with what you're saying. Well, it's not matching up. There's like it seems like I say something and then that bar moves like a second later. Like it's really off for some reason. I don't know what's going on. In any event, sorry about the jumbled introduction there, but we're gonna have to make do, aren't we? This is Sega Mania, where we are keeping the tradition and the honor of Sega Mania magazine alive via live stream. That's what we're doing here. Sega Mania magazine was a fantastic fan-run, fan-funded, independent video game magazine. Ran 7 issues from 2021 through just about a month ago when they announced out of nowhere there would be no more Sega Mania magazines ever. So we got our 7 and that's that. Not one to let the sleeping dog lie, however. I said I don't like that it's ending right there, and it's not going to. What I'm going to do, much in the way that Sega Mania magazine started back in 1989, 1990, that's when their coverage began. I mean, it's a newer magazine, but what they did was they started covering the games that came out in 1989 and 1990 on the Sega Master System. And in the Sega Genesis, or the Mega Drive, as they called it over there in the UK, where the magazine was based. So they were reviewing games from those 2 years to start off with, and then every issue after that was going to move on to the subsequent year, where they would take a look at the games that came out in issue number 2, the games that came out in 1990. Or 91, excuse me. Issue number 3 would be 1992, so on and so forth. And it was a really great time, really fun magazine to read. And you can read it yourself if you want. There's a link in the description below where you can head on over to the Sega Mania magazine archive on the internet, and you can flip through a digital version of all 7 issues right there, right for yourself. If you don't want spoilers about the games we're going to be reviewing here, then don't do that. Because we're going in review order. We started with the very first game ever reviewed in Sega Mania Magazine, issue number 1. That was Strider. And here we are tonight. Game number 7. World Cup Italia 90. Not only on the Master System, but also on the Mega Drive. We're going to be taking a look at both of these titles. They reviewed both of these games kind of in one combined review. And I'm about to read you that review, as I like to do before we play the game. I'd like you to hear what the fine folks at Sega Mania Magazine had to say about the games that we're checking out. What? The title says Super Hang On. What the what? That's not right. It shouldn't say Super Hang On. I'm looking at it right here. I wish I could show you. That's an error on YouTube's part. Because I'm looking at my the internal screen, if you will, the inner workings of YouTube. And I can see my stream settings, and the title is right there. Sega Mania number 7, World Cup Italia 90. That's what I see. So I don't know why it would say. Yeah, I see what you're saying. When I pull it up on my phone, it's showing me Super Hang On. It looked like it updated the thumbnail, but not the title of this stream. Why would that be? Why would they do that? Can I change this on the fly, I wonder? Let me try something here. I don't like that. That bothers me. I've just, I've tried resaving it. Let me see if that updates and fixes it. I hope it does. Because I always try to dot all my I's and cross the T's before we start streaming, and that kind of thing looks Bush League. I don't like that. Makes me a little butt hurt. Jess says that hers says the right thing, but that sometimes YouTube has been pairing the wrong video thumbnail on alerts. They need to get their shit together over there at YouTube offices. YouTube HQ. Sounds like they're having some trouble running things. Alright, well, I've done everything I can do. Thanks for letting me know, Carrot. Because I looked into it, and, you know, I'm not above fucking up. That can happen every now and again, but it doesn't look like it was my fault this time. YouTube is a big old turd. Mr. Jorfus is here. Hello, Mr. Jorfus. Alright. Here you go, guys. Let's see what Tim Hugall had to say in Sega Mania Magazine, issue number 1, about World Cup Italia 90. Breaking up the Simon Pike coverage. If you've been watching these streams, we've done every review except one before this has been performed by Simon Pike at Sega Mania, but tonight we've got a review from Tim Hugall. So, see what you think of Tim's review here. Says here, World Cup Italia 90 often gets pigeonholed as a budget and low-quality title due to its inclusion on the first of many Mega Games carts for the Mega Drive. Until the arrival of Sony's Platinum range many years later, compilation carts and cassettes could be a death sentence for a game's popularity regardless of its quality. If something can be sold for practically nothing alongside 2 other titles, then surely it must be crap. The arrival of Mr. Trip Hawkins, reverse engineering his way into the game some years later, would be the final nail in the coffin for Italia 90. Everyone remembers their first time playing FIFA. The same can't be said for Sega and Virgin Interactive's 1990 classic. It's a real shame, as Italia 90 is a solid title, at least on the Mega Drive anyway, says Tim Hugall. We'll see. The 16-bit version offers a full roster of teams from the competition of that year, all pleasingly presented on a map with a mouse cursor for you to choose with, which is something of a novelty when looking back at it now. Before kicking off, there's the opportunity for you to choose your starting 11. Each player has their own unique stats, but sadly, not their real names. It's nowhere near a full management sim, but it's nice to have a choice even if it's debatable whether said stats impact the gameplay in any meaningful way. The game is only playable from a bird's eye view perspective, and the players are rather poorly represented, looking more like foosball figures than real people. The pitch, however, is really quite beautiful, with a very vibrant and realistic grass texture. The ball features smooth and detailed animations, and coupled with an effective shadow technique, it gives a great illusion of height and depth when hoofed overhead. The 16-bit version also features some colorful and beautifully drawn pixel art for goal kicks and celebrations, which are a welcome break from the tiresome fixed viewpoint. The style in these cut scenes are truly representative of the fashion of time, and there's no Wayne Rooney hair transplants here, just mullets and thick manes blowing in the breeze. I'm not sure who Wayne Rooney is. When I posted the link here on Twitter, I made sure to say that, I don't watch soccer. I know nothing about it, really. I mean, I know the most rudimentary concepts of the game. Basically, two teams, and you're trying to kick the soccer ball in your opponent's goal area, net. Kick it into the net, through the net. I don't know. See, I don't even know like the proper terminology. I'm like someone from the UK sitting down and trying to play an NFL game. Probably that's what it's going to be like. Be a shit show. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try. Back to the review here. It says the AI is surprisingly competent, which is a huge plus, as the game isn't particularly complex, with little in the way of hair-raising tricks or tactics at your disposal. A decent opposing team, at the very least, brings some element of challenge, but it won't take you long to exploit weaknesses each match, bringing the longevity of the game into question. Well, we'll see about that. Might take me a while to find any weaknesses because I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing in the first place. So back to the review here. Two-player games are great for a while, but it won't take either of you very long to tire of it. If you've had too many post-match drinks and need something basic and uncomplicated to have a quick kickabout with, it's a good game to go to. The Master System version doesn't fare as well as its bigger brother. The full roster of teams is present, but the customization options are nowhere to be seen. Gone too are the artwork, interludes, and the big and bold sprites. What you get instead is something of a confusing mess with broken AI. By the way, I just realized that I flubbed and I forgot to put this up for you guys in case you wanted to follow along. There's the that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm holding my physical magazine in my hand. You can check out the review and follow along for the rest of it, which is just a couple paragraphs. But you can do that here, or you can go to the description below and you can pull up on page number 26 the World Cup Italia review if you want to take a glance at any of the screenshots up close, or just have a better view in general. There you go. And we're back to it. Working out where you are and what you're doing is a real chore on the 8-bit system. The sound and music also take a dive in the cut-down version. Although the Mega Drive soundtrack won't win any awards, the music is solid, and the thumps of the ball being kicked around are satisfying. The same can't be said of the Master System version, whereby the tune would have been best left out entirely. Its never-ending shrill just makes the whole experience all the more miserable. World Cup Italia 90 may not be a high-grade football sim with intricate tactics and groundbreaking graphics, but on the Mega Drive at least, it's a relatively fun and easy way to play the game, and nowhere near as bad as many make out. The Master System version, however, gets a red card from us. Avoid at all costs. Alright, so it sounds like if we want to have fun, we better do it now with the Mega Drive version that I have pulled up, that you see playing out in demo mode right now. No problem, Jorphus. I appreciate you being here. That's okay. Carrot says, "Who's a net, and why are we kicking things in?" Ah, ah, you son of a bitch. Little play on words there, eh? Okay, World Cup Italia 90. What do you think of the mascot? He looks like he's like a transforming. Look at him over there. You see him? See the mascot? He's like a transforming Rubik's Cube with a soccer ball head. I guess let's do a test match because I don't know what I'm doing anyway. So of course I'm going to pick the US of A, and I guess I just go on down the list here and choose my starting 11. Is that what they said? You get 11 guys? Hey, look at that, Jorphus. I'm going to play against Argentina. Here we go. Time for the kickoff. And let's see. Is that me? I guess that's me. We've got a goal kick coming up. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay. Oh, I've given up a goal. Look at the opponent celebrate. Look at your Argentinian brethren. Have just taken us Yanks to task. So you can't... It doesn't seem like you can choose which player that you actually want to be. Oop, gotta throw it in now. They gotta throw it in. Guess that's for kicking it out of bounds. But I don't get to choose who I am. It makes me play as whoever is closest to the ball, which I've never been a big fan of in sports games. I want to be able to control who the hell I'm taking over here. I don't want the computer to do that for me. So I'm gonna toss it down. But what's going on there? Why? Yeah, I have no idea what kind of strategy I should be utilizing here. I'm just trying to get the ball down there and in the general vicinity of... Well, like, why couldn't I... see... No, there we go. Maybe. It feels like a mash. This is a mishmash of just running around, not doing anything in particular. I don't understand how anyone could ever come up with a proper strategy for doing this. Oop. Like, I'm basically getting it and kicking it immediately, because if I don't do that, then someone's going to come over and take the ball from me. Just kick it in. There. Oh, well, I got a shot on goal. That's something. I don't know what any of these positions are, who's supposed to be where, which players are supposed to be doing which kind of tasks, Because, you know, I'm sure that it's not just like, all right, everyone on the team run towards the ball. Like, I'm sure that certain guys are supposed to stay in certain areas, and you know, some players probably have more of an emphasis on defense than offense. I understand. I mean, I get it, because that's the way that pretty much all sports work when you're playing on a team. Certain players have certain roles that they need to fill, certain duties they need to attend to. It's not just like everyone running at the ball at all times. My thing is, I don't know what the various players are supposed to be doing. The guys in the middle, the guys on the sides, what do they call them? There's a fullback in soccer, isn't there? Because they share a little bit of, I think they share that name with NFL football, I believe. Fullback in the NFL is usually like a bigger running back. Be in the backfield, you know, kind of either blocking for the halfback, the smaller running back who's usually a bit quicker. Sometimes you have a fullback who's a beast, who's, you know, also pretty quick. They can just run people over. But in soccer, I don't know. I don't know what the fullback does in soccer. I don't know how they're distinguished. Is there a button to fake an injury? There should be, right? That's kind of a hallmark of soccer. Even more so than NBA players with their flopping. In the NBA, they were starting to enact harsh penalties. Ooh, I just got that. Whoop! Harsh penalties for people who are caught flopping, which is a good way to get people to stop. If a referee sees someone fall down, being able to penalize that person for their attempted horse shit, I think, is a good thing. I like that people can do that. It's a good way to get them to knock it off. You know, if you get hurt, fine, take a breather, but... Okay, so we've switched sides, it seems. They're going towards my goal up here now. Ooh, that was off the fucking thing. No, you gotta toss it harder. You gotta get it down the field. Yes, Mr. Jorf's Argentinian brethren are winning at the moment. I just don't see how I'll be able to possibly make a goal. Well, now I'm down by 2. It's almost certainly over. It's almost certainly it. And this is the fun one. This is the good version of this game. So I can't imagine what we've got in store for us on the Sega Master System. Wait, was that me? What's going on here? Why did it seem like I was controlling that goalie? Maybe it was just happenstance. Well, there we go. Down by 3 now. I mean, it's a big time for soccer fans, or football fans everywhere with the World Cup going on. Anyone here following the World Cup? You got any soccer or football fans in the chat? Or maybe people are watching. Oh, look at that. Down by 4 now. Again, about what I expected. I did not expect much from myself when I saw that I was going to have to play a soccer game tonight. Now, we get around to some early Madden stuff, then I think it'll be a bit of a different story. I was reading a review in one of the issues of Sega Mania, a later one, when they get to, I think, Madden 94, which used to be one of my favorite games. I would play that like every single day when I got home from school. And I was quite good at it. Got to a point where I could score on just about, you know, every single play. and I would just run the score up on the opponent and, you know, see how high I could get it, how ridiculous of a score I could rack up before the end of the game. But the guy reviewing Madden 94, you know, admitted he didn't know shit about American football and didn't know how to play it, couldn't seem to make any forward progress down the field. So it just shows you, if you understand what you're supposed to do, then... Oh, that guy missed. That was embarrassing for him. And yeah, I am having some flashbacks to NHL hits. It's just, I mean, keeping the ball out of this zone is hard enough. So it's like, if I can't even do that, if I can't even keep the ball across midfield, how am I going to score? It's hard enough just to stop them from scoring because they're always right at my goal. And when you can't switch players to control, you know, look at that. I mean, this is ridiculous. Well, they're going to start dabbing next. They'll be dabbing. They'll be doing the Dougie. We're going to see them twerking on top of the goal. I mean, it's never ending. This is all I know how to do. It's just get control of it and then kick it to someone else. Because if I don't do that, as I've said and as you hopefully have seen, like here's me when I try to, they call it dribbling, eh? I know that. If I try to dribble, it's just stolen immediately. There's my goalie doing a big-ass kick down the field, but they've got it immediately. And then I just have to wait until I can control someone who's somewhat nearby. And we're just playing a little pitch and catch. That's it. So I'm just... Hold on, I might... Nope. Thought I had it for a sec. Oh, we were close. Corner kick. And he boots it right back down, and that's like my one chance. My one chance has been blown. Time up. USA loses to Argentina in embarrassing fashion. USA 0, Argentina 7. Mr. Jorfus, do you consider yourself an expert of football? Carrot, do you watch football at all? Do you watch soccer? Are you guys cheering for anyone during the World Cup event? I wonder if the Did you hear that? Oh, it's like a guy screaming to start the game. Probably the agony that you're going to feel as you attempt to play it. World Cup. Let me try the World Cup. And pretty much keep the same people. Our Elimination League is being put together here. We're in Group B with USSR, Morocco, and Japan. We'll be playing against the Japanese. Let's see if we do any better against our Japanese opponents. I don't feel like I learned anything from that first game. It still feels very haphazard, employing about the same strategy as I did the first time, which is a strategy of no strategy. And that's by necessity, because I don't really see any strategies that I could employ if I wanted to. Because the majority of the time, the computer is making my players go wherever the computer wants them to go. I get to take over a player if the ball happens to land in front of them, at which point I basically have to kick it again. Kick it somewhere else. Whoop! Oh, could I do? Oh! Gonna have to catch him off guard. Well, that's not right. Okay. 2 guys in a row kicked it in the wrong direction. That's kind of shit. Now, there was a little slide. That's something. I guess at least the music in this is okay, though that might be bothersome for Carrot, who always turns the music off in games, as he was saying the other night. But at least the music's alright. I'm trying to think, though, if I were a football fan, what I would have to say about this, because if I did know what I was doing, I would still find it bothersome that I'm just stuck with whoever the computer thinks I should be playing as. And that I can't see more of the field. You know, the zoomed in thing, that makes it a bit problematic, you know, to you know, try to, well, shit, I don't know what you're supposed to have your guys doing anyway, but I'm just thinking, if you're able to see more of the field, and you could control whichever players you wanted to, you could kind of cycle through them at least. Oh! Oh, that was did like an overhead kick there. The old Pele kick. Hey, look at that! Oh, damn, I thought that was going to go in. I kicked it too high. Maybe different buttons do like different styles of kick. Because if I had kicked it lower to the ground, I think that one might have done some damage for us. Oh shit! Again! God damn! That was in perfect position. That would have been a badass play too. The first miss like that, I used B to kick it. That time, I used A, and it still went, like, over the goal. So, is it C? Am I supposed to use C? Or point the D-pad down when I kick? I thought that just controlled the direction of it. Oh, damn it. Again. I'm getting close. Yeah, of course he has to be right there and catch it. Oh, man. Guy's got some laser sighting. Come on now. Come on. Let's get on the board at least one time. Have a little dignity. I don't like that the clock doesn't, like, tick down in real time. It only updates on the minutes or something, you know? It doesn't show you how many seconds you have ticking down. All right, to him. That's halftime. Okay. Oh! Hey, oh, I thought... No, we switched sides. Damn it. I got excited for a moment. I thought I scored. Nope, that was just them. Because they're going the way that I was going. I didn't remember that. Okay. Well. It was a good feeling for a moment. Until I realized what was happening. There's... Yep. cybernetic Japanese. Nope, come on. I just feel like my guys are never where I want them to be. The Japanese team, you know, they've always got their guys in good position. Mine just seem to be running haphazardly all over the damn place, and it's like they dumbed the AI down for my team. These dudes I'm playing against, you know, they're doing work. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Come on. Oh, damn it. But I don't know that I'd call this game fun. I have a hard time seeing how, even if you were a soccer fan, you'd be like, yeah, I love World Cup Italia 90. It's my favorite game ever. It just seems like so much is... Oh, come on, get in! Woo! Look at that. We're on the board, boys. USA! USA! We're going to win the World Cup. Quickly becoming a soccer expert, just like Messi. I wonder how he would do at this game. Maybe this is how he learned to play soccer. Maybe he got really good at this game and it translated to real life. Come on now. Pick up the pace. Come on, we got to push him downfield. We can't let them play in our neck of the woods here. We got to get them out of our house. Let's go play at their house. Let's have a sleepover at the Japanese house. That's what we need to do. Yeah, this is where we should be playing ball. Down on this side. Come on now. Nope. Make him miss. That was a good kick. Really nailed it. Really got it downfield. Come on. No, why'd you kick it right to him? That was stupid. Come on. Score yourself a goal. Winner gets a free voucher for dinner at Long John Silver's afterwards. Come on, guys. Coach is going to take the whole team out to Long John's if you guys get the big win. That'd be really something, wouldn't it? You know, you hear about these athletes going to Disney World and shit after they win the big championship. Well, how about a new perk? How about a new tradition? When they're holding up the Vince Lombardi trophy after the Super Bowl, here comes Long John Silver himself with free dinner vouchers for the whole team. A big bucket of French fries, celebratory French fries, celebratory, what else? Breaded Alaskan cod. How about filling up the entire trophy, like the cup part of it, you fill that up with hush puppies. Okay, so I guess we just ended a tie. No tiebreaker in the Elimination League there. Interesting. Figured we would have had a tiebreaker. Okay, well. Carrot says he's starting to think that Long John Silver's tossed out a sponsorship. No, not yet. But I will gladly accept one. I would like that very much. So if you're listening, Long John Silver, feel free to send me a DM on Twitter. I've seen you on Twitter. You can reach out to me there and we can discuss the details. Okay. Now, I think what we're going to go ahead and do, since I think that was about a half hour. I didn't see the exact time when I started, but I think we have been playing this for about a half hour or so. So what we're going to do now is return to the main menu. Go on down here. Go into our Master System bundle of games. And check out World Cup Italia 90. AKA Super Football 2. This is the sequel. Super Football 2 World Cup Italia 90 on the Master System. Doesn't start off with the guy screaming. We do have the transforming Rubik's Cube logo over there. Mascot. Carrot says, I've never had Long John Silver's in my life. Never seen one in person. Really? Maybe you should just look up on maps or something. See if you've got one within driving distance and go and have yourself a Long John Silver's lunch. Or dinner. Or stick close by and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Long John Silver's. And then report back. Maybe you could vlog it. I'd watch. 100%. Live stream your entire experience. What are we going to do? I'm going to start off with a test match in this game and see what that does for us. I guess I'll choose United States again. And why don't we play against Argentina on the Master System and see what happens. Jorfus has a riddle of the night. What's always found on the ground but never gets dirty? Always found on the ground but never gets dirty. I don't know. Dirt? Dirt can't get dirty because it's already dirt. Does that work? Is that a valid answer? Is it is it like a trick riddle, a trick question? Okay. I'll say this about the Master System version of World Cup Italia 90. I kind of like that you can see all the way across the field in this. I like the view better than what they give you on the... Oh, come on. I thought he has to... Can he do that? Is he allowed to do that? I thought you had to fuck off a little bit and give the goalie some space so you can throw it back. I didn't think you can, like, invade the goal and then kick it in. But anyway, I like the zoomed out view as opposed to only being able to see a little bit of the field. I found that slightly disorienting. Okay, well, I think I see how this is going to go. Well, that's not too far, Carrot. You could take a 30-mile... It's just 30 miles. You can walk it. Get out to Long John's and have yourself a meal that includes French fries, hush puppies, and a fillet of fish. The fish and chips combo, if you will, with hush puppies. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But I don't know. I give up on the riddle. Carrot, you have any guesses? Something that's always found on the ground but never dirty. Well, our guys... Oh, shit. That was probably my one chance. I think the clock in this one makes more sense, too. It's not a seconds ticking by scenario, but it does give you, like, you know, a traditional depiction of a clock up there. And you can see the slices of the pie disappearing as time winds down. I think that's what's going on. Seems like very, very difficult to score on this one. I mean, it was difficult to score on the other one, but look at this. Don't look at that. I feel he's like in my whatever that area is there, where the goalie's supposed to stand. The guy keeps coming in there and just kicking it in. That seems like bullshit to me. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Speaking of which, I haven't heard or seen the referees call out any penalties in either game. So as far as I can tell, there are no penalties to speak of. It's a complete free-for-all. Nope. See, as soon as his goal, like when their goalie gets it, see my guys running upfield? I have no control over that. Their guys don't do that. When it's down in my goalie's zone, in his, what should be his safe space, his haven, they don't leave. They've got invaders. Look, here he comes now. As soon as my guys get like down in that region, you see him just run away. Oh, it was a shadow. Okay. Alright, well. We're getting properly whomped here. They're giving us a good thrashing. A nice whack on the arse is what we're getting in this game. Yeah. You know, here's the thing. Some games are very difficult, but you can tell with, like, for instance, on like a really difficult platformer, an impossibly hard platformer, where you die within like the first 10 seconds on your first try, on like the first level. Usually there's learning to be done. You might die because an enemy came out of nowhere, or you encountered an obstacle that you did not anticipate. It came flying at you from off the screen. But the second time you're waiting for it, so you know when to jump or when to duck or when to be ready to attack. And as you go along and you keep playing, you die, but you learn. And you get better with each attempt. With both of these soccer games, I don't feel like I'm getting any better. I feel like I'm as shit now as when the game first started. And I feel like if I went back to the Mega Drive game, I would be as shit as when I first started. I've learned nothing. In fact, I've gotten worse. I'm worse at this game than I am at the other one, even though I like the view better in this game. It just doesn't seem like... It feels like I have almost no control over anything that's happening. The players are blinking They're blinking on and off. It's disorienting. My space keeps getting invaded. I can't keep the ball downfield. It's nearly impossible. Oh, look at that! And then he just grabbed it from me. I didn't even get a chance to kick it. Time up. And I lost that one 0-10. Argentina wins the night. Okay. I guess for completionist's sake, let me try the World Cup in this game and see if maybe I get paired up against a shittier team. Maybe Argentina is just awesome in this game. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I accidentally picked to play against just the basically the boss fight of World Cup Italia 90. But it seems like no. Okay. Down by 1. Not insurmountable. We can come back still. We can still do this. For the US of A, for the red, white, and blue, we can still make it happen. Throw in time. Oh, see, I couldn't even get it over his head. Just, I wonder if anyone brought up how shit of a mechanic it is to just have the player switch to... I feel like you should at least be able to turn that on and off. Like, maybe you could figure out a strategy where that works for you, where you like taking control of whoever is nearest the ball. But some people might say, you know what, I want to play this one position, and I'm going to do that really well, and I just want the computer to do the rest. I'm going to hold this one spot and kind of do that guy's job. That seems like more realistic. That seems like a better approach if you're a big soccer fan who did actually know what each person's supposed to be doing, and you knew how to play these positions and fill them out. I would think you'd want to be able to maybe take one guy and be like, alright, I'm going to control this dude and make sure he does what needs to be done. Until maybe you're on, I don't know. Just having all control taken away from you as a player feels very unnerving, very unnatural. Down by 3. Carrot Super Sports Ball 2023 coming soon to a bargain bin near you. Have you ever gotten into any sports ball games, Carrot or Jorfus? As I mentioned, I liked Madden on the Genesis or the Mega Drive, and up through more recent times. I've always been a fan of Madden football. I've always loved the NBA games. So it's not like I'm completely incompetent when it comes to sports. I'm pretty, I would say I'm a decent Madden player. And okay at, the NBA 2K games. They don't make the best football game anymore. They haven't for a long time. The 2K series of football games were superior to Madden, in my opinion. But we have a monopoly on our hands now. Madden's the only one who makes the NFL games, and that kind of sucks. Because the NFL 2K games back on the Dreamcast That was good shit. Maybe I should just try and score goals against myself. Can I just toss it into my own goal? Can I at least score in my own net? Am I able to do that? Or is my guy gonna catch it every time? Looks like I could kick it in that direction, but my goalie's like right there. Nope. Oh. Just get it. Come on, just put it in. There we go. Jorfa said, now that you mention it, it's true. It's supposed to wait until the referee kicks the ball in, not just taking it off. That's a bad mechanic. I think there are a lot of bad mechanics going on here between these two games. Carrot says MLB Slugfest 2004 for GameCube was/is to this day my favorite sports ball game ever made. I would try that. I've never been as into baseball games. I like baseball, but as far as like playing various sports games on gaming systems, I enjoyed World Series Baseball 96 on the Genesis and Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball on the SNES, on the Super Nintendo. That was fun. But like the latter day games, I never did those much, and I don't think I ever played Slugfest either. Zero to 7 now. Nicely done, whoever we're playing against. AUT. Is that Australia? I think that would be AUS. I don't know who we're playing against. Look, see him? He's running through my zone. I don't hate the music in this one either. The music, I think, is the best thing about both of these games. But gameplay-wise, I don't know. I would have to, I'd have to consult with someone who knows more about soccer. I'd let someone who knows more about soccer play these and give you, like, a final opinion. Maybe you could tell if you're a soccer fan. Maybe you could tell watching these. Maybe you play FIFA and you're like, holy shit, this is bad. These guys are getting away with murder. You can't keep the ball down the field. You can't keep it away from the opposing team. There's no strategy involved. It's just a big mishmash of shit. Time's up. And we have lost 0 to 8. Well, that's what I assumed, but I assumed it was Australia, but again, I thought that typically that's AUS, not AUT. Oh no, Carrot wrote Australia. Ah, yes. The lesser known younger brother of Australia. It's kind of off the coast of Australia. Australia. Jorfa says it's Austria. A-U-T. Okay. Alright. Well, I got one more thing I can check out on... Maybe. They don't have any way to end the match and go back to the main menu. That's kind of poopy. That's alright, Jorphus. We're about done here. So thanks for hanging out. I just want to see what this other mode was. What did it say? Like penalty kick? Or free kick mode? Penalty kick contest. See how this works. Let's have a contest. We'll play the Argentinians again. So here's our penalty kick contest. You can see it says you. So I guess that's me. We're just standing here. No crowd noise. No in-game music. My player cannot move. Listen, that's me manipulating the D-pad in all directions. Nothing happens there. So I guess I'll try to press the A button. Nothing happens. Okay, let's try the B button. Okay. So that's it. You just press B. Does C do anything? C kicked it right at him. Whoa. Okay, you gotta use the D-pad there to jump in the direction they kick it. Okay, I wasn't fast enough. Let's see, if I hold the directional pad to the left and then press B, what happens? Hey, he guessed wrong. What a stupid idiot. He did it again! Oh, I should have just stayed right there. I got psyched out. Your team was defeated. I'm gonna try that one more time. This seems like a mode that I might be able to win at least one. Oh, he blocked it. Son of a bitch. Oh, why did I do that? Guessed wrong, dummy. Okay. I like that if you don't hit either direction in time, then you just stand there. You don't even make an attempt. Okay, I thought that was coming straight at me. I should have jumped. Should have pressed up. Okay. You gotta be really quick. I'm gonna beat you, Argentina. Just you wait and see. In the penalty kick contest. Haha! I've taken an early lead. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Oh man, I haven't pressed that direction. I was guessing that and it didn't work. Ha! You dummy. Oh man, I should have just, if I would have just stayed put. Stayed put. Have I won? Have I won now? Look at me go, guys. I did it. USA wins. USA is the best. USA #1. What do they say? What have you done for me lately? I've won for you lately. Big win to close out the evening. We did it. We did it, boys. Tip one back for the US of A tonight, because I think we proved our dominance in the sport of soccer with the penalty kick contest. So good. There we go. I'll take that. Okay. Okay. And I suppose that's going to wrap things up for tonight's edition of Sega Mania. Looking back at Tim Hugall's review. How'd he close it out here? He said, World Cup Italia 90 may not be a high-grade football sim with intricate tactics or any tactics at all. My commentary there, breaking in, if I may. Back to Mr. Hugall's review. Tim went on to say, but on the Mega Drive, at least, it's a relatively fun and easy to play game, and nowhere near as bad as many make out. The Master System version, however, gets a red card from us. Avoid at all costs. Well, Tim, I'm going to have to step in and throw a, what do we call it? A red card myself on you, representing Sega Mania here. In my opinion, I would rather play the Master System version of this game because at the very least it has the penalty kick contest, which is hands down, without a doubt, without question, the only fun that there is to be had betwixt either of these games. Now, I will grant you that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know soccer. I don't know European football. I admit that. And maybe if I did, I'd have a different review. But I don't. So this is my review. This is what I'm telling you. Much in the same way that later, in a different issue, you guys kind of take Madden 94 to task, drag it through the mud a little bit, while not knowing American football. Well, I don't know European football, and I don't know soccer, but I still get to give you my opinion on my experience with just playing this game, these games. And my experience was that I learned nothing. I felt like there was nothing I could do in either game to give myself a better chance of winning. It seemed extremely haphazard, and just like a complete shit show. And again, the only fun that I see to be had between these two games is sitting down and playing a few rounds of the penalty kick contest. That's it. So, also the music was decent. I didn't think the music was too bad. Tim Hugall thought it was shit. At least the Master System version, which I didn't have a problem with. So, we are in disagreement this time around. I disagree with their appraisal of these two games. I disagree that the Mega Drive version isn't so bad. That's what he's saying. He says it's not so bad. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. And I'm saying it is that bad. And probably worse. And he said avoid World Cup Italia 90 on the Master System at all costs. And I'm saying don't do that. If you're going to play either one of them, then play the one for the Master System and sit down and have yourself a nice penalty kick contest against the team of your choosing. How many super divorces out of 10 for each game? For the Mega Drive version, I'm going to say negative 90. For World Cup Italia 90, I'm going to say negative 90 super divorces for World Cup Italia 90 on the Sega Mega Drive. For the Master System, I will say, let me give that. It's not the worst game I've ever played in my life, I don't think. I'm not going to give it a negative 90. I won't go that hard. I'll give it a negative 15. That seems right. I wouldn't recommend playing it, but if you're going to, it gets negative 15 super divorces out of 10. It managed to escape a negative 90 because at least it had one mode that you could play for a minute or two where you might have a little bit of fun. Just a little bit. It's going to get old real quick. If that was all the game was, I would not have been able to sit here, I don't think, and play it for an hour. But you could play it for a minute or two and be okay. You could play it and win around and be like, alright, okay, that's enough of this game now. And for that, it avoids a negative 90, like its big brother on the Sega Mega Drive. There you go. Next time on Sega Mania, we will be leaving the world of sport, where we have been for 2 streams. We're going to be leaving the world of sport, and we're going to head over to the world of adventure and combat. And if you would like to find out what game we're going to be playing next, then just follow the link in the description below over to the Sega Mania Magazine archive and digitally turn to page 28. That's where you'll find the review for the game that we're going to do next time on Sega Mania. If you don't want to know what we're going to play next time and you'd like it to be a surprise, then just hold off, sit tight, and wait for the next stream to go live. Speaking of which, if you haven't done so, please sub to this channel, bong the gong for notifications, so maybe you find out when new videos go live. Maybe YouTube will alert you when I go live next time. It's a game in itself. You never know what YouTube's going to do. Will their features work as advertised, or will they just not tell you when your favorite YouTube channel decides to post a new video? Or when your favorite YouTube channel decides to go live with a live stream? Maybe they'll tell you. Maybe they won't. You've asked. You've subbed. You have bonged the gong for notifications. You've let YouTube know you want them to tell you when your favorite channels go live. Are they going to? Carrot says, you better tell me, YouTube, in all caps. A lot of people feel that way. Maybe if we all yell at YouTube loud enough, if we all write in enough caps, then we'll get what we want, and they'll make the platform work as it's supposed to. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, you can do so by searching out at Super Divorce on Twitter. That's where you can find me, at Super Divorce. And if you would like to listen to some Super Divorce music, everyone's talking about their Spotify Wrapped this past year for 2022. Everyone getting their Spotify Wrapped results. I got mine. My top artists of 2022 was Men I Trust, which I would not have guessed, but there was a period of time earlier in the year where that's like all I was listening to. So they take it home. My Spotify Wrapped, I don't feel is quite accurate though, because I still listen to CDs a lot in the car. You know, I've got an older van that's my vehicle with a CD player, and so I still buy compact discs. Imagine that. And so I still listen to CDs a good deal of the time, and so that's not exactly accurate. But as far as, you know, the time I spent on Spotify this year, I suppose that's the way it goes. Probably if I had to guess, it would either be, when you take CDs into account, my top artist of 2022 is actually either Taylor Swift or Megadeth. One of those two. They were both in my Spotify top 5, but I listened to them both a lot outside of Spotify. One of those two. I don't know which. But there you go. Very closely related artists. Very close. They should tour together. It'd be a fantastic show. Be better than Megadeth and Five Finger Death Punch. I don't know how that happened. I don't understand that. I don't understand when, like, these juggernauts of metal go out on tour with, like, shit rock bands. It just does not make sense to me. Maybe they know they're not going to be upstaged. That might have something to do with it. But it's like they're touring with Metallica now. Five Finger Death Punch. And Ice Nine Kills. Like, I remember playing with Ice Nine Kills years ago at like a show in Covington. And it's just like a regular show. It's so weird to see a band like that, especially. I'm not saying they're awful. I'm just saying it's fucking Metallica. I feel like you should be on like legendary tier level before you can go and play a show with Metallica. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. Same with Megadeth or like Iron Maiden. You know, you see them touring with these bands. It doesn't make any sense. But I would enjoy seeing Megadeth go on tour with Taylor Swift. I think that would be a groundbreaking, earth-shaking, industry changing tour. Carrot says, I actually have a show with Metallica next week. You do you? Are you in Ice Nine Kills this whole time? Or are you in Five Finger Death Punch, Carrot? Just never mentioned it before. Won't hold it against you if you are. You know, I'm glad to see bands succeeding. It's just, you know, you just expect a certain level of artistry to be able to make it on stage with legendary acts. Motley Crue, Def Leppard touring together with like Joan Jett and Poison. Now that show makes sense to me. That's a show that makes sense. Anyway, that's about all I got for tonight. So, everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching Sega Mania number 7, World Cup Italia 90 on the Master System and the Mega Drive. I'll give you one more hint about the next game coming up. The next game is a Mega Drive exclusive. So please look forward to that, chefs. Take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. And bye-bye.